Welcome to another episode of Tastings at Hemera Estate. As always, I'm Russell Cutting, the winemaker, and today I'm delighted to talk to you about one of our more unique wines, the 2017 Limited Release Cabernet Franc. Cabernet Franc is a variety that you're not really going to see all that often in Australian wines. It's a variety that actually fathered the more commonly known Cabernet Sauvignon, a cross blend between Cabernet Franc and Sauvignon Blanc, and really is most often used within blends in Bordeaux varietals. It's been in Australia since about 1832, brought over by James Busby, and in more recent years is really experiencing a little bit of a renaissance as a straight varietal. People are quite enjoying what this particular grape has to offer. Here at Hemera Estate, we have just a little bit over 1.6 acre of this variety planted. In actual fact, we have it basically planted along a riverbed, so it has quite a lot of access to water. So this wine is, well, this variety I suppose, is always the last to be harvested for us. 2017, which is the year we'll be tasting today, was quite interesting for us. It was more of a classical vintage of yesteryear, with harvest occurring almost 2 weeks after the normal. High winter rain continuing to spring and a cool ripening period through summer and even into autumn allowed for slow ripening, retention of acid, and let us pick at optimum flavour levels. In terms of winemaking, as always, we keep it quite simple. The fruit is picked, brought into our winery, crushed, and then placed into open 5-ton stainless steel fermenters and inoculated with a known yeast. We pump over twice a day, drawing the juice from the bottom and pumping it over the skins at the top to wet them, preventing any volatile acidity, cooling the cap, and draining through to extract colour and flavour. This 2017 really exhibits exactly what we want from this variety. In terms of oak treatment, we were quite gentle with it, about 50-50, new and old, French oak only. American oak with its sweeter characteristics doesn't quite gel with the typical varietal characters of red fruit and spice that you see within Cabernet Franc. So 100% French oak here. And that was for about 12 months. If you look at this wine, on appearance, you just can't see through it. It's completely opaque. Dark, rich core with just a smattering of a garnet hue. The aroma of Cabernet Franc is what really brings me back to wanting to create and experiment with variety. It's just got this lifted red fruit, always predominantly raspberry nose, but just this aggressive spice line. This leafy green. In terms of winemaking, we talk methoxypyrazine, this just like tomato leaf, green capsicum, almost weedy, but you can really mitigate that by fermenting a little bit hot. In this case, you're just getting a whiff of tomato leaf, which I think is perfectly in balance. Gorgeous palate. 2017, as I mentioned, cooler, so you're always going to see higher acidity. So it's fresh, it's bright, it's driven, it's lifted. That tomato leaf is drawing again on the palate, but an absolute burst of fruit. Red, raspberry, strawberry, and of course just a hint of that blueberry, blackberry. The oak treatment, as I mentioned, wasn't so aggressive, so you're just getting a hint of that cedar and spice on the back palate, but we don't want to overextend, we don't want to overwhelm this wine with that oak treatment. All in all, an absolute delight to drink by itself or with food. The 2070 Cabernet Franc is a wine to remember.